Good morning, students. Student, let's start our third chapter with the topic useful bacteria. Students, bacteria are very useful also for us. Okay. First of all, we will study that how they are useful. First point is manufacturing of curd, cheese, and vinegar. Students, these bacteria are useful for making all this. Okay, they are manufactured by the process of what? Fermentation of bacteria. Okay, so students, other some industrial products like lactic acid, citric acid, alcohol, they are also obtained by these bacteria. Now students, rating of fibers. Students, bacteria are also used in the rating of plant fibers like flax and jute. Due to these bacteria, plant fibers are separated from the stem. Now students, we will study the tanning of leather. Students, some bacteria produce what? Some chemicals like they are called enzymes, and what they do, they soften the raw leather. Okay, this process is of obtaining the leather is called what? Tanning. Okay, so antibiotics and students, bacteria are helpful. Bacteria are helpful in producing certain antibiotics and vitamin B tablets also. Scavenging, saprophytic bacteria are the nature's scavengers, students. They compose organic dead matter into the simpler substances. Now students, biogas. Some bacteria are helpful for making biogas. Okay, in the absence of oxygen, students, human waste, cow dung and garbage, it is get decomposed by the action of what? Bacteria, due to which biogas is produced, and the residual product, whatever is left, that is used as manure. Now nitrogen fixation. Students, some bacteria they live in the root nodules of plants. Which plants? Like pea, gram, beans. And in the what happens, students, they absorb nitrogen from the air, and then they convert it into nitrates, and it is used by which plants? By the plants which is having the nitrogen deficiency. Now sewage disposal. Some bacteria dispose the organic waste. Okay, and it is used in sewage disposal plants also. Cellulose digestion. Students, cellulose digestion, bacteria that live in the digestive tract of some herbivore animals such as cows and rabbits, they break down cellulose into simple sugar, which is rapidly absorbed by the blood. Now students, curing of tea and coffee. Some bacteria are used to enhance the flavor of these two. That process is known as curing. Now students, as bacteria are useful for us, they are harmful for us also. That they live in the body cell and they cause many diseases like tuberculosis, diphtheria, tetanus, cholera and typhoid. Now students, we will study about the next kingdom, that is called Protista. It is the group of unicellular organisms which have a well defined nucleus, students. Okay, and what are the characteristics it is having? First of all, these are single celled animals. They live in the water bodies, in human bodies and in sewages. Okay students, and they have a nucleus. Okay, they perform all the life processes. Okay, what are the examples of kingdom Protista? Amoeba and Paramecium. Here we will study some basic structures and process of amoeba. Student, just have a look on this examples. Amoeba is this, Paramecium, okay, and this is Euglena. Clear? Now come to the example of kingdom Protista. We will study here about amoeba. What is its structure? Students, amoeba is an irregular shaped organism. Okay, and it has a small finger like projections of the cytoplasm, students, and that is called pseudopodia. What is the meaning of this? Pseudo means false and podia means feet. Okay, that means it is having a false feet. With the help of these pseudopodia, students, many processes like nutrition, locomotion, excretion, amoeba took place by these pseudopodias only. Okay, and it has a centrally located nucleus which control all the vital activities. Clear? Now about the nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba uses its pseudopodia for the nutrition. Okay. Now what happened when an amoeba locates a food particle? What happened? Its pseudopodia surrounds that food particle. Like this is the food particle here, and these pseudopodia surrounds it. Okay, like this. And afterwards, what will happen? This is the food. Like this, it will surround more. Okay, any shape it will take, and afterwards, see what will happen. This food, this here wall will break from here, and this food will enter, and the amoeba will join here. Okay, now let's see. And trap the food particle along with some water and form a food vacuole. The food inside the food vacuole is broken down by the action of chemicals. What is that called? Enzymes. Into which form? Into simpler substances. For what? To provide energy and materials for the growth of the cell, students. Now locomotion in amoeba. What is the locomotion? How locomotion takes place in amoeba, students? Amoeba lives in a stagnant water, students, and move with the help of, as I told you, pseudopodia. What happened? It extends one of the pseudopodia in a particular direction and occupied by the flow of protoplasm with it. As a result, what happens? Pseudopodia gets enlarged and the whole body of the amoeba is dragged forward. This type of locomotion is known as amoeboid locomotion. Okay, students, like you are seeing here. Locomotion in amoeba. Okay, now what happens in the excretion in amoeba? How? In amoeba, what happens, students? Contractile vacuoles are there. Okay, they help in the removal of waste materials. The waste material which is present in the cytoplasm of amoeba, it enters where? To the contractile vacuole. Now this contractile vacuole comes close to the plasma membrane. Okay, while coming in contact with the plasma membrane, what happened? It burst, and the waste product is released in the surrounding water. Now, student, respiration in amoeba. Students, there is no definite structure for respiration in this amoeba. In the absence of any definite respiratory organ, respiration in amoeba is occurred by plasma membrane. Students, the amount of dissolved oxygen, okay, in the surrounding water is higher than the oxygen content in the cytoplasm of amoeba. What happens as a result? Oxygen can easily enter the body of amoeba. By which process? By the diffusion process. Now the carbon dioxide which is produced due to the chemical reaction is eliminated from the body in the same manner. Okay, students. Now how the reproduction in amoeba took place? Students, in amoeba, what happens? This reproduction took place asexually. Binary fission and multiple fissions are the methods of reproduction which is seen in this amoeba. Students, in binary fission, the body of the parent amoeba, okay, divides into two amoebae like this. This is the parent and it divides. Okay, this like this it divides. This body parent body enlarges, and afterwards what will happen? This wall comes in contact with each other from here like this, and it from here it breaks and it divides into two parts. The division involves the equal division of nucleus also, and students, cytoplasm also. Amoeba reproduces by multiple fission during adverse environmental condition. In this method of reproduction, students, the animal secretes what? A 3-layer protective cyst around it, and it becomes what? Inactive. Inside the cyst, student, nucleus repeatedly divides to form many daughter nuclei like this. Okay. Each daughter nuclei is enveloped by a small amount of student cytoplasm. What happens when the favorable conditions comes? This cyst breaks, and all the young amoebae, they liberate, they feed, and they grow rapidly to become adult, and they then live a independent life. Okay, students. Now we study about the kingdom fungi. Students, during rainy season, the cotton-like growth that we see on our bread, chapatis, cheese is what? Fungus. We, in the plural, we call it as fungi. It includes what? Molds, yeast, mushrooms, and toadstools. The fungi show students the following characteristics. They are heterotrophic organisms. They do not have chlorophyll and hence cannot prepare their own food. They are either saprophytic or they may be what? Parasitic. Okay, students. They are usually students non-motile and or we can say immovable. They vary from their size ranges from small microscopic yeast to large mushrooms also. They respire aerobically, okay, and they have a multicellular body with the exception of yeast, which is a unicellular fungus, students. Okay, underline this. Their body is in the form of interwoven mass of what? Woven mass of fine thread-like structure that is called mycelium. The individual thread of each mycelia is known as hyphae. Okay, students. And their cell wall is made up of chitin. They produce asexually by spore formation. Now we will continue in the next video. Thank you.